this particular message, it feels like someone's worried about something to do with some kind of third party energy, but I also feel like it's because you haven't got some kind of clarity. There's some something that you can't see. Okay, so let's just check for you. What do you need to be aware of? Okay. Okay, so that's the tower. I think you've experienced the tower and you really don't want it. I think, honestly, it feels like it's within your power to prevent any towers from happening internally within you. Whatever's happening outside of you, there's something about this that's big for you. Especially with this that's come through, this beautiful energy of your intuition, your compassionate nature. It's really important here. This is water sign energies as well. You feel like things are so 50-50, so fluid. There's definitely something that has not grounded down. There's something that just doesn't have a firm foundation here. And it hasn't been created. Something's developing though. And it's a communication that's required to clear this. But first and foremost, it's kind of like your divine wants to know that you within yourself, regardless of the evidence or whatever you have outside of you, you are seeing your worth. That's really important here. Really important. Because regardless of what's happening, you need to be able to see, look at this Empress. You need to be able to see yourself. You need to be able to tap into this love for yourself, this pleasure that you have that's within your system, the attraction that you have for yourself. Beauty. Okay, yeah, it does say here, allow things to unfold here because there's some kind of opportunity here that's going to come through and it's going to create expansion, and there's going to be something more joyous about it, something that feels more like you're not just stuck in this past destructive way. You've got this desire within you, but you've also learned how to harness that desire, kind of like harness the reins and the action. So you've really been learning how to balance that kind of masculine action led versus the beautiful intuitive energy of this Empress that's coming out here. So more than anything right now, you're being asked to embody that beautiful divine feminine energy within you. I think there's a lot of emotion that's coming through for you right now currently. A lot of emotion in a way that maybe you weren't even expecting, caused that internal little tower and suddenly brought to the surface the energy of how the lack of stability that you have outside of you. But this is also why it's kind of trying to show you come within, because like I said, this thing that's developing here, you've got a lot going on in the mind that don't create the situation based off an emotion that's supposed to be a cyclic way for you to heal through, to you recognize, to learn to embody your divine feminine even more. And I think especially if you're watching this with the new moon energies, that might be, I'm amplifying that for you. And Libra new moon specifically is going to be all about relationships. Yeah, that balance, that harmony, divine justice. So you don't need to take rushed, triggered actions. Your emotions are going through a fluid energy themselves right now. It's just showing you a way that you need to ride. Allow the clearing out to take place. You see how that happened? That's a Lovers. I have to put it back in, but it flipped up. Okay. So this is about that. Allow the alignment to come through. This is where your destructive nature might come through. That's what's coming through. Okay. So to prevent this beautiful love, this openness, you need to be in that open space. Not restricting the devil here, the shadows, yeah? Not restricting yourself or your person or anyone to the shadow, to the veil. Everyone has to work through their stuff. Okay, when you know your worth, you'll be able to step back. It's okay to feel a bit more disheartened, if it doesn't work the way you want to, but you still be able to step back and recognize, hold on, no, this is what I'm here for. It's beautiful alignment. It comes within that yin and yang that I just mentioned. Alignment, partnerships. That colour pink is really sticking out. It could be sticking out for you. Hierophant energies here. This is exactly what it's saying. Ground down in your emotions. Stay grounded right now. Have faith. Your faith is going to be so important. Don't do things and then know that this is something that you might regret later. Really pause. Go within. And wherever you're being triggered, that is your opportunity to find that alignment. And I think if you truly do this, it's actually going to call in what you desire even more quicker than you realize. That's where it's developing, the air sign energies as well. Communicative energies. Yeah, that's where the expansion is taking place with that energy of what is developing, the expansion, the turning point, the growth, the destiny unfolding. There's abundance here in this next cycle for you. I don't even think it's a whole new cycle. I think it's part of this cycle. You're just being shown what the remnants are. Twin flame card at the bottom of the deck, so you might resonate with that, you know, that would make sense. Beautiful. So whatever this communication is as well, is going to bring through some feelings of expansion. Okay. Okay, so yeah, learning how to, this is divine feminine energy, learning how to surrender to the flow of it without feeling like you're restricting your truth. You're, again, the twin flame card, really important. Like as if you're restricting your self, your pleasures, your truth, your desires. Yeah, they're still a part of you. They need to be honored too, but not from where, you know, they can't be. Or not from external validation. It's within you. You get to do this for you. The more you do that, the more you're going to allow yourself to flow with what's happening. Taking the action you need for your purpose path, remembering that it's not triggered actions based off information that you might not even know is 100%. Ground your emotion is so important for you. Okay. Timeless. Your energy is timeless. You're here to be a walking example of that. Okay. Okay, so this is the ending. Then this is, so okay, so something is ending. And this is where you're being asked to hold faith. Not hold faith, well, maybe hold faith then, but hold any kind of quick thinking, acting before you think kind of energies, right? Because whatever's closing out, you need to let that wrap up. Whatever it is, whether it's with you, with someone else. This is where the opportunity expansion is going to come through. That energy needs to be cleared through. So hold faith and allow that to take place, okay? This is about being mutable. It's a mutable sign energy. So really adapting to the circumstances, the situation, staying open-minded with what's taking place. Stay open-minded. It's really important here because there is an ending taking place. Like I say, it's creating expansion. And with the Empress here as well, I do feel like there's this some kind of fertile energy as well. So I think, actually, I'm going to get two more. There could be a very sudden change coming your way when it comes to connection. And it's going to require you to your patience, but also your nurturing. Okay. Sagittarius energies. But, you know, that's funny because that literally is a card of, like, I say, patience and, you know, allowing the balance to come in internally and externally, right? So, that's true, the process of alignment, the true process of alignment, okay. Okay, so winter time is going to be important for this. Aquarius energy could be important. So over the next month, this is going to be unfolding for you. That makes sense. So the trigger might very well be what's happening internally, the lighthouse. Your inner guidance system is going to be your safe passage right now. So learn to tap in. That's why that divine feminine came through. You know? It's about you recognizing that your path, not someone else's, your right direction. Lighthouse, that's beautiful. Pretty. Island. Oh, a lighthouse and island. That could be really important. Maybe you are somewhere, someone's traveling or something. So that's the separation. That is the distance that you're feeling, that loneliness, that emptiness that comes over you, which has in the past created triggered reactions. You know, misalignment instead of finding alignment. That's what you're clearing through right now. Stepping stones. Process of arrival, step by step. Keep on going. Baby steps. The moon. The moon is important here. That did come through before. That's, again, that divine feminine energy. Your psyche right now. What is being cleared through? Your psyche. Milky Way, okay, it could be something you've seen online. Also, you could be expanding online as well, maybe. But there's definitely something about networking, marketing, fame, social media. Really important here, okay? This is a spotlight, connected, exposure. Blueprints. So this is you, again, that firm foundation, putting your thoughts into action. You need to refocus your energy, redirect it. Because internally you know where that energy needs to be redirected to. Okay. You are a visionary. Number 14 as well there. Okay, let's see. But that's that red flag energy. You're way more, see, the red flag comes when you can't, the distorted view. That's where that tower's come out. But the lily is showing you how much you have been maturing. This is your opportunity to feel more established. There's achievement here. There's refocus on your career. Your purpose path is where you're being. guide you to focus. Okay, we've got 7, 21, 17, 32, 8, 20, 30 and 22. Let's see what else wants to come through. Okay, that's that communication that wants to, it's developing. But this could also be, again, that purpose path. Remember the refocus. So it could be some documents that you're dealing with to do with your career, so you are becoming more established. That's why that Milky Way is coming through. Something about your online presence and the people you're connecting with, you know, that networking energy. You're being ready. You're being readied. Because there's going to be a lot of third people when it comes to that kind of environment. When you're in that kind of, those circles, there's a lot of potential third people. That's not where you need to focus. You need to go within and ground your emotion. This is where you need to stay in your alignment. When you feel that Mars energy come over you, this shouldn't trigger the aggression, or not necessarily always aggression, but whatever it is that's fueling something inside you, making you want to act on impulse. Ah, look at this. The wishes are coming true. Because you're going to be finding that beautiful alignment. So have faith. Don't give your power away like this. 16 and 6, wishes coming true, peace, miracles, dreams coming true, right? Feeling blessed, hopeful, falling in love, nighttime, inspiration, providence. This is beautiful. So as you're slowly and surely, maybe you are also in hermit mode, or maybe you've isolated yourself, and slowly but surely you're stepping out of that. You're not letting your psyche win this time. Okay. Oh my God, the heart at the bottom and then the double rainbow. Divine intervention is taking place here. Something about this. This is, you're going through some period of ascension then, okay? You've been experiencing some download of light codes. So look after your health. 16. Serendipity. Promises being kept. Duality. As above, so below. Perfect timing. Wow. Divine timing is truly at play, and that's not the first time it's come up through for you. So you've been working on something. That's what you need to zone in on, and not allow yourself to feel like, I don't know. I think there's something about needing to hold faith. Know that you are, especially that divine feminine, she's magnetic, right? Okay, that doesn't mean you sit back passively. You've been taking the required action, but don't create this no hornet's nest energy. This is aggression. Again, aggression is coming through big, so that is an important one. That could be your red flag, 21. Aggression, feeling stung, watch out, conflict, anger, actions have consequences. Don't ruin the alignment that you have been working so beautifully to create. Okay? Trouble, step back, breathe. Danger, right? Hostile environment. That's not your space anymore. Perfect timing. Divine timing is constant theme here. There's going to be a past, present, future is going to find some kind of alignment. You won't be able to see that more clearly, why things happen the way they did. Again, the heart. Yeah, the gears, that's literally it. It's kind of like things are shifting in a way where it just suddenly makes more sense. It's going to feel more smooth, more seamless. Heart over that aggression, the red flag. Faith over fear. Love over discord, right? This is all about working together as well, interconnected. Okay, number 34, precise, progress. Ideas into action again. Function, perfect timing, yet again. Okay, so it's happening in the right time. You're just being prepared right now, okay? Let's see what else wants to come through for you. Ah, there's an ending. That is that ending then. There is an ending taking place. And this feels quite vulnerable for somebody, okay? It feels like someone's feeling sensitive, you know? And I say that in a way where the heart feels a bit more exposed than usual. There's something about the belief system that needs to be massively uprooted. Well, say it's just shifted, and maybe that's been happening. The collective consciousness here, the dogma, the traditions that just weren't in alignment with where you're going. You're a leader, head of the pack. You're a leader. You're creating new traditions. Second time that's come through here with the Hierophant as well. The faith, the marriage. I think there's this energy of out with the old, in with the new, right? But from a place where there's love and compassion and tenderness. Honouring this, handling carefully. This is a maverick, so definitely doing things differently. Definitely not a conformist. So this is where you could probably end up having the aggression take over, when that bold energy, that risk-taking energy, you know, you might have a lot of impulse within you, but this tree, the one that fell to the floor, is about being grounded, focusing on your health and your vitality first and foremost. Balance, integrating those opposing forces. Okay, this is also a card of fertility again. Past lives as well, and also connecting to divine. Okay. Vibes are important. Look at that. Oh my God. You're closing. This is what you're closing out right now. Where's your mind taking you? Where are your emotions impulsively being led because you're ripening with age? Developing over time. Finesse. Legacy. You're really going to change the record when it comes to family. The way you do things can be very different to what you come from. Okay. Detour. Yeah. You've had lots of distractions. Look at the doorbells. A lot of people coming in. Though the people might very well be your own, and maybe that's the reason why you're thinking that outside of you with somebody else as well. No, this is just mirroring something to you. Okay. Rethink your priorities. Emotional wisdom, holistic insight, integration, wholeness. Okay, compassionate wisdom, emotional intelligence, mindfulness, authentic decision making. Beautiful. That's really beautiful. Oh my God, look. So yeah, again, the communication. Rider there, but this is the rings. Rider and rings, that's clearly important. The colour orange is sticking out. Sacral chakra, okay. So 25. Agreement, pact, cycles, promise, karma, closure, circle of trust. Remember, your promise is being made way before you existed in this physical. Contracts, partnership, reaping what you sow, okay. There's going to be a green light coming your way. So don't react right now. Be ready. Prepare yourself to be grounded. So however things unfold, you've still got it down. You're not going to suddenly be triggered. Because that can really cause endings that just make somebody else feel really vulnerable as well. You both need to be feeling safe. Look at that. The trophy. Success, victory, win. 31. So you're going to be doing this. It's beautiful. This comes through at the right time for whoever this is for. Fame. Again, something about fame is important for you. So maybe just some kind of recognition. You know, this is where you're being prepared to really hold it down. Because there's going to be eyes on you. Okay, goals, key experience. Deserving an award, ambition, achievement, success, reputation. Yeah. Wow, okay. Expecting that. Let's see what else wants to come through just to clarify for you. Ooh. Okay, glass heart. Yeah, look at, oh my God, the glass heart, and then you've got that heart. Someone could be really nervous here. Maybe you're stressing yourself over. You need to really focus on your health. You've got the tree, so there is vitality coming through, but that's what you need to focus on as well. Don't overstress yourself over things that you can't even see are real or not, you know. This glass heart, again. Okay, number 11, vulnerability, apologize, delicate, clear, sensitive, openness, handle carefully, transparency, connection, forgiveness, taking a risk. There is something about taking a risk here. It's a big deal for somebody. They might have that risky energy, you know, feel like it's a risky energy, but whatever needs to close out first closes out. And then you've got this bellow, so something's igniting, rekindling is what I'm hearing. Okay, getting it going, making the effort as well. Number 33. Let's get one more. North Star. Wow. Number 3. Inner guidance, your direction, your core values, guiding light, inner knowing, true path, clarity, hope, certainty, confidence, protection. Think that your root chakra needs your attention to stay grounded, not be led by aggression or fear. Okay? Heal through that, and that's going to really help you to see where your guiding light is with much more clarity. Right? Gonna get some tarot. Okay, yeah, there's lots of thoughts. Lots of communication as well. 10 of Cups, when the time is right. So lots of thoughts racing through, wanting to throw you off your alignment. You're not going to let that win. Remember, tap back into your emotional center. Don't get guarded. Love is here. You've got to choose love. As in your heart, not someone else. Your heart. Remember, love over fear. Faith over fear. It's about being guarded. Yes, healthy boundaries, but be mindful that you're not just suddenly guarded off. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Knowing her worth whilst being nurturing at the same time. Beautiful energy. The grounded Empress. Oh my God, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. 6-6 is important. So this is a transition into more balanced spaces, not just being, in this conflicting space where there's just energies that are really, it's not that divine energy, you know, it's a wounded energy being fed into, and there's too much of that. I think there has been a lot of like conflicting energies. the more I'm seeing this, the more I'm recognizing that someone has been experiencing a lot of argumentative energies. They want stability more than anything. This is fueling them to have a new beginning where there's stability. They want to transition away from that. They want balance. They see what they want. Wow. Yeah, oh, King and Queen of Swords as well. I think there's a patience required for whatever that is to close out. That King and Queen of Swords energy, it just, especially with that Five of Swords, it just feels really not nice. Okay, Six of Cups and Justice. Yeah, that is that third person energy. Then there's a karmic cycle. Someone's closing out and it's to do with a third person, but they need to handle that. There's aggression there. There is hostility there. It's not nice at all. It's left this energy feeling really, yeah, look at that Three of Swords. Oh, that snowflake, remember? Their heart has been fragile, number 9. They are one of a kind. They felt frozen with this, but they're going through a transition right now. Yeah, and their heart's going to feel fragile. I think this is going to be, as they move forward, this might be the first time that they're truly opening their heart here. Because this Three of Swords, not nice. They think about it a lot. It really does prevent them from being honest with their emotions, their emotional intelligence. They're working on it, whoever this is. God, this reading's taken a shift suddenly. Yeah, it is a third person energy. I think that they've tried to distract themselves with other people as well. The emotion, which is not healthy. But society teaches you to do that, so unfortunately they fed into that. Yeah, they've had a lot of... Their impulse is off the charts. Like, when I say, like, their sacral center needs balance, they've been working on it, but they've been led by that lust impulse. Anything that feels exciting, but actually is just a distraction from what's happening beneath the surface, the moon, the subconscious, the psyche, the emotions not being delved into, being buried over. They've been there, they've done that. Okay, the star, they're healing from it. This is something they're gaining more perspective, better perspective with clarity. They're regaining their independence from these behaviors, truly. And I think what they want now moving forward, they want it more than they ever have before, because it's not what they're coming from. What they're coming from is about like turmoil. You know, this is why this rings is so important. The rings here, and then they're going to find their success, that beautiful victory with the trophy. Which is where that expansion is taking place, that communication is developing. There is truly a turning point on the cards. Oh my God, the Lovers again. They felt so disconnected from their heart. Because I think that they place this need for external people, or whoever, to validate their emotion. They need to do that for themselves, and they're realizing that 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Wow. That's loyal, that's like committed. Strength card, Knight of Cups. 7 of Swords, so someone definitely needs to... I'm hearing straight away, I heard apology, and that came out with our glass heart, so definitely an apology on the cards. They don't feel confident right now at this point to move forward, because they feel like I said, the heart feels very fragile, but if their apology isn't accepted or they're received in it, they don't even realize that how they're going to be received, basically. Too many. Oh my God. The Empress and the High Priestess at the top, though. So clearly, they haven't experienced this beautiful Empress energy yet, actually in the physical. So, yeah, they need strength to come through with this communication massively. Gosh, that is communication. They got the 8 of Wands, fast communication. Someone's going to truly I'm seeing apology massively, because they see what they want to start. They want to bring in something new from the heart space, grounded. They want to be trusted, dependable. I'm hearing they want to be given the chance to prove this. They want to be given the chance to even come forwards. That's what I'm hearing. My gosh, this reading has taken a turn. Okay, let's see, what else do you need to know? Angels. Makes me think of that Charlie's Angels. Yeah, look at that, straight away. Unrequited love and release your ex. This is that third person energy. Someone is just ruminating. They're still feeling it, don't forget, it's still being wrapped up, because like I said, there's still that hostile energy. I just don't think that they align with that energy. It's just not nice. So they don't want to add on to this, where they're going, where there's uncertainty with what they're going to be received with. That's what's holding them back, okay? But very soon, they're going to clearly decide on what they want. This is a risk worth taking, then a risk that lends up, then something that's just regrets and what ifs. They know this, they're understanding this. You're going to have to keep an open mind as they come forwards. Like I said, their heart's going to be very fragile. They're still clearing out those belief systems that were embedded from a very young age that we speak of all the time, right? their psyche. Yeah, look at that codependency, the attachments, the unhealthy attachments. So there clearly is something. And maybe it did lead to addictions and unhealthy habits, okay? Release your ex, and that's what, oh my God, that's the codependency as well. So that's been really toxic. And I don't use that word lightly. I don't really use that word. My God, that has just been something I've truly had to untangle themselves from. Wow. And I think it's had an impact, it's had lasting effects, which is what I mean by they've had other parts of them, other decisions they've been making that have been just unhealthy and out of balance, right? But that this is what they're clearing through, they're understanding this, yeah, which is what's removing all the layers that we're blocking them from seeing their feelings, true romantic feelings here. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. They're recognizing this is why they want to make the effort. They just need that confidence, right? The confidence boost. True love. This could be a divine connection. True love. Chemistry, strong magnetic connection, of course there is. Look at these last few cards, that's beautiful. You're going to be getting to know each other again, but you need the space to do that. So you've got to create that with each other as well, but someone just needs to work on their own inner confidence right now. That is a third person energy, you're right. Something to do with you. Emotions are running high, aren't they just? Feel it. So maybe you're picking up on your person's emotions. This is why you're suddenly being triggered to act or something. Step back, find your alignment, breathe, center. Do what's going to bring you back to yourself, because the new star is in the cards. It's all about how this is handled. Remember, there's something very soon happening. This true love card, that's beautiful. A romance of lifetimes. Conclusions are within reach. Okay, you're going to be understanding what's been happening as well. Yeah, nothing's going to come of that situation. The conclusions that are coming through are with that third party situation. Nothing's coming of it. Time to give someone the space they need, clearly, to find their own success in this cycle. While you focus on you, that's your success. Bringing that back to you, holding space, because the new romantic cycle begins. And with that, prosperity lies ahead. Libra, Taurus energies as well. Wow, gosh, that was not what I was expecting for this reading, but there you go. There's more than meets the eye here. Okay, so it's developing. Reclaim your energy, reclaim your power, stay in your divine feminine flow, because somebody right now is finding their own successes, their own confidence to move forward, so they can release these truly unhealthy attachments that they've had along the way. Okay, they're removing the foundation that they've thought they were building something successful on, so they can start all over, and this time in the right way. Okay, new romantic cycle. They'll get there. You got this. Okay, sending love.